Hello, it's me, the Gingerman, and yes, I'm just about to leave my house in the car. My good old mum is going to take me and Chibet and drop us off in Kincardine to begin the Fife Coast Walk. See you in about 20 minutes at the start of the Fife Coast Walk. Peace!
I'll turn on the camera, test my microphone, I'm firing up the podcast, sound waves coming to your home. Gingerman with a can is here to make your day. Gingerman with a can would like to hear you say today.
Here it is the 26th of April 2021, and I can confirm, as the Ginger Man, I will be now walking and beginning the Fife Coastal Path. And look at this, this is lovely. What a beginning, what an entrance. There we go, Chibet's coming along, she's the social media manager. I'm super excited, it's day one and we're heading to Charlestown. The weather's not that great, but it's a nice day for walking, it's nice and breezy and I've got my shorts on. So, aye, let's go. Start of Coastal Path. So if you remember your Ginger Man, you'll know that I came here in Kincardine, and that's where the first seed was set in my head when I seen this, the start of the Fife Coastal Path. So we are here, as I pointed out, and we're going all the way up the coast, all the way to Newborough. You can see it marked out here, and our first stop is somewhere in there, so it doesn't look like we're travelling very far today. We're not, it's maybe about a 3.5 hour walk, but that's fine. You want to start off nice and easy, and then the harder stuff comes later in the week. So aye, this is it, the Fife Coastal Path. We're ready to rock. We've got the Kincardine Bridge in the background. We're going to wave ourselves away. I'll cut that bit. Here we go, Fife Coastal Path, this is it. I'm walking. Now what? Just keep walking. You just keep walking. You walk for 116 miles, that's what. Are we even there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Chibet, are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. I've still got a bit of distance to cover. Got walking sticks. So here we are, we're just, you can see the Kincardine Bridge still, just there. We're not too far along the path. Still a bit breezy, weather's not great, but it's nice walking conditions, nice and relaxing. Now, this part of the Fife Coastal Walk I've never walked before, so I'm really excited about this. So, we're only 20 minutes into the walk and we've already finished a pack of jelly babies. What's your chewy sweet go-to treat? We've gone for jelly babies. There's some wine gums in the bag actually, but we've already devoured some jelly babies. We're almost at Longannet. This is my favourite bench so far on the Fife Coast. We sleep soundly in our beds because rough men stand ready in the night to do violence on those who would harm us. Check that out, that's intense. That's an intense quote. There we go. Right, there's a farmer ploughing the field, ready for planting seeds, plant in the spring, harvest in the autumn, stuff your face in the winter. So we are at the farm. The farmer's been making some giant pencils, or bits of wood for fencing, but I want to say giant pencils. It smells amazing. It smells like sawdusty, fresh sawdust wood chippings. Lovely. There was more of a sewage smell back at the start, so it's much more pleasant having the softness of the wood smell. We're at our first sort of change of direction, so that first bit of the walk is over with, and now we are heading 3¼ miles to Couris, which is lunchtime. Boom. Couris, 3 miles. And this is the Fife Coastal Heritage sign as well, so we'll be looking out for these all along the way. Now my stick has become my pointer stick. My walking stick and my pointer stick. So right now we're possibly, I feel like we're leaving, or we have now officially left Kincardine, and our next stop is Couris. So here we are, just cruising down this road at 4 miles per hour. Good speed, I'd say. Getting closer and closer to Couris. And we've kind of moved inland a little bit away from the water, a bit away from the coast on the Fife Coastal Path. We're not actually on the coast, which is right now quite good because the breeze has gone. We're on the way now, we're really moving. And I'm excited, I've still got all the excited energy in me. First surprise on the walk, as I said, I think I've driven along this road before. Never knew there was houses on it. Or didn't notice them. But there's a wee row of houses here. What is this bit called? Is this Kincardine? Or is this somewhere else? Is this Longannet? Is Longannet an actual place? Yeah, who knows? There's the Longannet Tower. We're almost past the Longannet Tower. Oh, there's a wee sign here. It might give us a name. It might give us a name. Oh, there's a wee dog in the car. No, it just says cyclist dismount. No names. No names. There's a lot of political campaigning going on in these trees though. These trees are voting SNP apparently. There it is. There is Longannet's chimney tower. But yes, we're finally passing Longannet. We've been on the road for about an hour. There's some electrical pylon looking really like terrifying and majestic and massive. But hey, that brings power to us. That brings power to us. We found some deep water on the Fife coast. Look at that, they've actually gone to the sign of getting a car registration plate to tell you that it's deep water. But it's deep water, it looks deep. As Trebet said, deep enough to dump a dead body. Right, so things that have happened since I last spoke to you. So we were walking along and we were wondering what this was. This stuff here, the yellow stuff that you see everywhere. Now someone might go, oh, I know what that is. Well, that's fine, you know what it is. We didn't. So we downloaded an app, Plant Finder app, and we're going to collect all the names of the plants and bushes that we see along the way. What's it called? Gorse. Yeah. It's European gorse, seen all over Europe. Trebet's from Kenya, so she'd never seen gorse before. So this is gorse. There you go. So it's good. That's what the beauty of technology is. When you're out and about, you can actually just take pictures of stuff. And then there's an app to tell you exactly what it is. Trees, plants, birds, insects, everything, which is cool. And look, we're still in sight of Longannet. We're about an hour and a half into the journey now. It's been great. I'm having an absolute jolly of a time. I'm excited to get to Charlestown, see the hotel, because it's first time opening today. It was the Elgin Hotel, now it is the Inn at Charlestown, and it's ready to rock and roll. It's the 26th of April. Lockdown is over. Warning, Voss farming. Electric. Now, remember as a kid you'd see the sign for electric fence and everyone would touch it and they'd never be electrified, and you'd always be like touching it and pretend to get electrified. But this one looks legit. It's got these, like, it's wood on one side and then it's got the electric bit on the other. But what happens if you didn't notice the sign and you just stretched over and like, oh, and then you touched that bit of pole? Would you get electrified? Is this even an electric fence? I'm not sure. But I'm not going to touch it to find out. Not because I'm afraid, because I'm not afraid. Just because I don't want to get electrocuted. I don't want to get a fright. I've just started my walk. I don't want to injure myself so early in the walk. Look, there's Longannet still in sight. It'll be good when Longannet's out of sight because it is an awful eyesore. But you know it's not an eyesore, this horse. That means we've walked 2 3/4 mile already. Kincardine that way. Unbelievable. This is exciting. This is so exciting. I kind of miss Kincardine. We weren't there for long, but I miss it. I miss Kincardine. This is probably the most beautiful bit so far of the walk, with the trees, the West Fife woodlands on the left of us. And it really gives me that feeling like we are coming up to Couris and into Dunnimarrow Castle, which we'll be checking out for sure. I visited there before. Hopefully it's open actually, it should be open. There's the Fife Coastal Path, we're on it. There's a sign for the Biscuit Cafe. The Biscuit Cafe? I don't even think it's lunchtime yet. But yeah, this is a beautiful bit. The trees, it's looking green. And you can hear the birds singing. Chevette's away exploring. There's a car coming, I hope she doesn't get run over. She sees something. What do you see? She sees a gate. I'm coming. Hey up, lass, I'm coming to explore. No light, eh?
No light, eh?
Oh, jaggies. Oh wow. What does this take you to? This is like some secret Narnia shit. Good find, look at this. Random fence. It does smell a bit like urine. This is random wee gate. What is in here? What do you think? This must be old time, eh? Must be from the old days. It does look like a, it looks like a wee secret. Like there's some secret in there. Secret wee base camp. That was nice. Like I say, it did smell like urine. Now look at this cool wee bit. Minus the fact that it's turned all brown. But this would have been a nice bit if you're camping, rough camping the whole way. Come into a wee bit like this. If you can find a little bit flat. But look at this. It's a natural shower. I mean, it'll be cold, but it's a natural shower. It's smoothed all of the rock. If the weather had been a little bit hotter, I'd have had my head under that, giving it the old. But alas, I haven't. So we're not far out of Couris now, and just found this cool wee bit. But this is what it's all about, the trip. Exploring, finding new things, learning all about the environment, learning all about the nature that exists along the Fife coast, all the plants that are going to be growing here. Like this field of yellow stuff. What is it, you ask? What is it? I'll tell you right now with this app. And people upload pictures all over and they're saying, what is this? And you can go to your one, and this is Great Leopard's Bane, it says. Is this Great Leopard's Bane? Does that look the same? Yeah, it's the same. Great Leopard's Bane. Quite happy with that. Anyway, this has been a nice wee bit to stop. I feel like we could be in the middle of a jungle. That's what it feels like. We could be in a jungle.
And also you can hear the birds.
And you can hear the birds. You can hear the water, you can hear the birds, you can smell nature. Look at the vines going up the trees. Yeah, this is a cool wee bit. Really cool. Look! Yes, it's the 6th Gingerman golf ball found. That's what I said. That the thing about Fife is you're always going to find golf balls. That's the 6th ball I've found in 100 episodes. It's not bad going. I mean, it's not the greatest odds of finding golf balls, but 6 in 100 episodes ain't too bad. I'll take that, thank you. 9 miles from Lime Kilns, which means we know we're 9 miles from our first destination at Charlestown. We're a mile from Couris, Fife, that's the Gingerman's hometown, 12 miles. And here we are. We're at the Tory Bay Local Nature Reserve. We love a nature reserve. And yeah, the first few miles of this walk are really nice and just nice and relaxing. It's nice and smooth walking. And the weather's warmed up as the day's gone on as well. It was a bit breezy this morning, but it's gone really sort of mild now and calm, quite humid, which is alright. It's alright by me. It's not too humid. And in the distance now we can see the bridges appearing. We're right on the coast now. Nice, we've got those sea views at last. There's Couris ahead, but a mile away. Now, there's a sign for Dunnimarrow Castle. I've been there when I visited Couris. You can go check out my Couris episode. I might add the link at the bottom of this episode so you can actually see the castle, because it's closed today. I think it's closed on Mondays. Closed on Mondays. But aye, there we go. We've made it. And when I say we've made it to Couris. We've still got loads more to go, loads more walking. But it's nice to be at Couris. We're going to stop and have a bit of lunch, because we're not too far away from Charlestown already. We really made some great ground. Well, the conditions are great for it. And that's the castle in there. Just can't see it. But if you do want to see it, go back and watch my Couris episode and you'll see it. Couris is simply beautiful. It's such a beautiful little village. There's so much to see, so much architecture, so much nature. You've got the sea, you've got a whole bunch of everything in Couris. And also, you've got the fact that Outlander was filmed here as well, so if you love Outlander, it adds a little bit of something extra to the place. You could be like, oh look, that's where that scene was filmed. Geek out in Couris. Got some public toilets, so if you are looking to do the walk, you'll find your first public toilets in Couris. So aye, to save you squatting in a bush. Right, so I'm going to go and use the toilets, check out the facilities. It says 30p, but I don't know if that is what actually happens. These toilets are clean. These are clean toilets, and if you want to have some sex on your walk, you can get your condoms here as well, so you can really have a safe trip. This is good. Yeah, these are really nice clean toilets. So again, this is where you want to come on your journey, especially if you need to go for a longer call. This is perfect. Look, we've even got this little cupboard. Doesn't open. So aye, good toilets, good clean toilets. Anyway, I better get peeing. I'll get peeing. Look at this, in Couris, you got snakes and ladders, you got, we'll call this labyrinth. Look at this is great. This is a touch of class. Checkers or chess, more snakes and ladders. All you need is a dice. Do you want to go to Couris, play some board games? Aye, have you got the dice and the counters? Aye, I do. Look at this, you can even play some cars. This is fun. And this would encourage your kids to come out too. We'll bring the cars. Lovely stuff. Beautiful park as well here. Couris is a touch of class. And I think whilst we're here, I'm going to give Chibet a wee tour of Couris. We're just going to have a wee walk around and check this place out, because it's stunning. I love Couris. I really do. And we're made good time. We have to check in at the inn at Charlestown at 3. What time is it now? I think it's about 12. No, it's 11:30. I see the clock up there. It's 11:30, so we've still got plenty of time. This is exciting. The palace is back open. So the last time I was here, I went into the gardens round the back, but the palace itself was shut. So it's back open as of today, the 26th, but they were taking pre-booked tours and I'm not pre-booked. But that's fine. We can enjoy it from a distance, and it is a beautiful building on a beautiful street in a beautiful village. The village of Couris. So if you are finding yourself doing the Fife coastal path, it's well worth having a stop in Couris and having a wee wander around. Don't let it pass you by. Look, there's a sundial on the wall, there's a biscuit cafe, there's the Outlander and Beyond tours. So just sort of wandering around the heart of Couris here, taking in the atmosphere of this beautiful place. We're going to go to the biscuit cafe and we're going to try ourselves a hot chocolate and a coffee, because you've got to try out and sample some local local foods and local drinks from local peoples at local places. So we stopped off at the biscuit factory and we got some Nelson's of Couris ice cream, because Nelson's of Couris have the farm. The farm is literally at the back of the biscuit factory, so I had to get some of this, and they're a lovely couple, the Nelson family. They really are. I like the Nelsons and I like their ice cream even more. And I got a coffee as well, so I'll let you know how the Biscuit Cafe coffee is. But I'm pretty happy, pretty stoked. Jeanette's got some carrot cake. How is it?
Very nice.
Very nice. Loves a carrot cake. I'm a carrot top, but I'm not the biggest fan of carrot cake, but you know, I do like it. It's not bad. This Nelson's of Couris ice cream is delightful. It's got such a creamy, milky taste. It's not overpoweringly sweet. Oh. I know what you're thinking, Gingerman, it's not the middle of the summer, the sun's not out. You're eating ice cream. It's alright, because I had a sweaty back. So I was kind of warm, like I was on holiday. But this ice cream is so delicious. I'm back in time just sitting here. This is spitting a little bit of rain, but we're in Couris. So you can't be unhappy in Couris. Look at that, Saltire Society Award for Good Design. The award for good design. It's a little bit of an underwhelming award, eh? The award for good design. Just good? What about the award for magnificent design? Anyway, these roads weren't designed magnificently. They're tough to walk on. I bet a few folk have broken their ankles walking down here drunk. They call this road the Couris Ankle Breaker. Anyway, just having a wee wander through the village, explore a bit more and then hit back on the road. There's Hag's Wynd. We know all about the Hag's Wynd. Here we are. This is the Market Cross, which we know because this is the Market Cross, which gave towns the ability to levy taxes and trade. And here's Couris's Market Cross, which also was, this bit was filmed in Outlander. The wee causeway. So we have diverted off the Fife coastal path right now, but we're just about to make our way back up to it after a short stop in the beautiful Couris. Couris. It's a beautiful place, it's a beautiful village, and it's always worth a stop, especially if you're doing the Fife coastal route. But we have to make our way to Charlestown. We can't spend all day here, so onwards and upwards as we head on. I thought it was going to rain for a bit, so I got the jacket out and put the jacket on, but the rain has not transpired. Binny's Venal. There we go. Bye, Couris. There we go, we're just at the water. We're coming out of Couris now, following the Fife coastal path. This way. Respect wildlife, keep dogs under control at all times. More Fife coastal path. Things we might see. Skylark. Up with the larks. Up with the skylarks. Look out for them between April and August when the males rise up vertically from the meadows into the sky. Begin singing while hanging stationary before parachuting down. Oh. I need to keep my eyes peeled for the skylarks. So if we go that way, it takes you into the woodland ways, but we're following the Fife coastal route. Look at this. This tree has a strap. How does a tree simply just have a strap like this? Oh, that's a dangerous nail. Look at this lovely bit. So we're between the sort of Tory Burn, I think this is Low Valley Field here, and this lovely walk right along here is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And just like normal Gingerman episodes, just because it's the Fife Walk episode 100 special, it doesn't mean I'm going to be ignoring tree swings. If we find tree swings, I will be trying them out. Aye, but I've not seen any yet. The bag is feeling a little bit heavier now, but It's all good, I got strong shoulders. And after this walk, I'll have even stronger shoulders. So, you know, positives. Positives. Oh, look at this, this is beautiful. Straight on, or do we cross this bridge? Let's find out. This is what I like about the Fife coastal route. They're literally, it's got signs and tags everywhere, so you should never really deviate too far away. So it's pointing us this direction. We're going over the bridge. We're going over the bridge. Wait a minute, what else does these signs say? Is that the cycle path? Fife coastal path, this way. There it is there. And the Pilgrim's Way. So the Pilgrim's Way and the Fife coastal path coming through here. Because the Pilgrim's Way actually stops in Couris. That's us just past Low Valley Field, heading this way, which tells me that New Mills is up here. This way. This is interesting. Ah, it's for the Valleyfield Colliery from 1908 to 1978. And see, this is good because I missed this when I was in the New Mills, because it's not quite in Valleyfield and it's not quite in New Mills, so it's kind of in between, and it's just to commemorate that this was the site. Nice. And of course we'll be seeing a lot of that as we walk through the Fife Coast. The mining industry has played a huge part. Look at this, this is an absolute crime of the decade. A big bag of poo hanging from a tree. Fife Coastal Path, Fifers for Equality. We like that. Fifers for Equality. So here we are, we're in New Mills. I like New Mills. New Mills was a nice wee visit for the Gingerman. And then New Mills will rolls into Toryburn. And Toryburn's beautiful as well. It smells like shite round here. Excuse me, sir, this place smells like shite. Ah, maybe that's like a sewagey thing here. It smells like...
I think it's the water as well.
Yeah, the water is...
The water is dark green.
Something is stinking bad here. She bet that she's got good eyes, like. Well, she says she's got bad eyesight, but she noticed this, because if you blink you will definitely miss this. Look at this. Dell, 1939 to 1900, in loving memory of Dell, who passed away here. His dogs faithfully sat by his side until help arrived, so if you stop to admire the view, remember Dell and his Fidos too. He loved the spot. Gone but never forgotten. There we go, and his dogs waited. Hiya.
Hiya, that was my dad.
Was that your dad? So there we go, the wee plaque that we spotted. And the guy just came out from the house, and it was his father who'd passed away. He came out one day just from there. He came out to walk the dogs. He had a heart attack at that spot, and the dogs didn't run away. They waited. They waited. And that just shows you how loyal and beautiful dogs are. Yeehaw! Go on! He's gonna win the Grand National, it's the Gingerman! Here we are in New Mills. New Mills? Well, actually no, we've just left New Mills. And we're heading through Toryburn. Now, here we go, there's that, this is the plaque for the witch. What's her name again? I should remember this. Lilius Adie, or Adie, there she is, Lilius. They feared she would rise from the dead. How could she, as she was an ordinary woman accused? And she died in 1704, the age of 64. She was buried in the water for being a witch, just over there. But the tide's in a bit, so we can't actually see the slab. But again, if you go back to my Toryburn video, when it was less windy than this, you will be able to see that. Look at Long Garnet far in the distance, if you can even see it now. Let's get an idea of how far we've walked. Got a few miles now in. Hey, found these. I think Chibet has disappeared. Oh, there she is. Hiya.
Hi.
What did you see?
This
That takes you into woodland. There's a wee, I know there's a wee kirk in there, like a wee kirk ruins. But here we are, we're just, this is Brick Beach. I know this because I've cycled along here before. Look, it's Brick Beach. I'm up a tree. Look at this, everyone's signed the tree.
Ella.
Zara, Nana. Is this your Nana that signed it? Was this your Nana? Lacey. So here we are. We're on this part of the Fife Coastal Path. It's not that scenic. Well, it's scenic in this sense that you can see over to Dunfermline. But we're just coming up to Crombie. The beautiful Crombie Community Garden. Visited that in my episode of Crombie. Crombie Community Garden. Here we are, Crombie. The place where they have ghost scarecrows. Look, it's like a ghost in the field. This is a nice touch. This is a nice touch. But, I mean, we're at the Crombie pit stop. You've got to have a pit stop. Do you bet it's going to finish our carrot cake? I don't know what I'm going to have. We've got options. I've got a bag of minstrels there I might wire into. But aye, here we are on the Fife Coastal Path at the famous Crombie pit stop. Oh, yes, it's pit stop time. What a nice place to stop. Orchard Grove, lovely. That Crombie pit stop was perfect, just the right pick-me-up I needed. My breakfast brunch bar was lovely. We finished off the Doritos, had a bit of Lucozade, and I'm feeling perfect for the last wee push of today's walk to Charlestown, which we're very, very close to now. See that sign? That sign says Charlestown, Limekilns, Historic Villages, Hotels and Shops. And yes, we're almost here. And just in time for 3 o'clock.